What's up? How y'all doing? What's up, brother? You know about the Hebrew Israelites? You know about the Hebrew Israelites? Where you from? Hey, you're a Hebrew Israelite, brother. I'm from Nigeria too. Yeah, I got my ancestry goes back to Nigeria, but more importantly, that the Israelites were scattered in Nigeria before they came over to the Americas. You know who the world calls Jesus Christ? You know about Jesus Christ? Well, you know that's not his name, and that white image is not him. Do you know that he looked like you? Jake don't wanna heed. Hey, it's all good. I'm out here to plant the seeds. At the end of the day, all praises, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadosh. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that scattered around the four corners of the globe. This is your brother Kalak Har, out here in Olympia, Washington, and to bring in the elect of the nation of Israel. The elect of the nation of Israel. With so much things that are going on in the world, prophecy, the Lord's timeline is becoming more true and true. The Lord's timeline, not you people's timeline. The Lord not dealing with you out here today. The Lord not with everybody. He's only with his elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, he's with the men of the nation of Israel. He's not with everybody else. He's with the elect of the nation of Israel. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is your truth. This is you. You are for the Bible. The Bible is for you, not for everybody else. You know? We're going to get started with a lesson here soon. But so much is going on in the world, man. Like, let's start with 50-cent cheeseburgers and dollar cheeseburgers. Did you know that 58,000 pounds of hamburger was recalled back because something happened to it, some disease happened to it, and then they turn around and sell 50-cent cheeseburgers and hamburgers? Come on, that's poison, man. Visuals should be cheap on the earth. And those were part of the visuals. Look at Biden just gave 320 more million to the Ukrainians, man, to help fight that war. What does he do for you Americans, man? Inflation is through the roof. Gas, $6, almost on the rise of $6. Your food is expensive. Your rent, your mortgage is expensive. Your credit cards is expensive. Everything is skyrocketed. But how could they give all of this money to another country? That lets you know something is up. Something is not right, man. Something is not right in the land. You know? AI technology is on the rise. As we speak, Elon Musk is asking people to come do trials to put brain chips in their forehead and in their hands. You know, they poisoning the water, they're poisoning the food. Every time you turn around, there's something wrong with hamburger. What's up with that, man? Something wrong with chicken. Something wrong with eggs. Eggs is like $18 in certain places for a carton of eggs. That's how you know we're in the end times. That's how we know we're in the Lord's timeline. The Lord's timeline is showing us through these prophecies what's going to happen, what's happening in the world. And he put his prophets out here to show you and let you know what's going on in the world. Lock you. Make sure we good. You know? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. You know, earlier it was out here, somebody was playing a saxophone or something, but they was playing some heartbreaking music. It reminded me of the Titanic, when the Titanic was sinking. And they was just playing music because they know their end was coming. They know the end was coming. And you should have heard this music earlier. Because the end is coming. The Lord is going to break open those clouds. The Lord is going to come back and reveal himself. He's coming back in so-called UFOs, UAPs. What's up, brother? How you doing? I remember you. I remember you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
How you doing? You doing all right?
Yes, we're doing well.
All right.
I saw you working, and I thought I'd stop and say hey on
Hey,
the way home.
no, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Peace upon you, brother.
You as well.
Hey, remember the Lord's name, right?
That's right.
Yahweh Why Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
All right, shalom.
And God bless.
All right, thank you. You know, this truth, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, a lot of people are gonna reject this. Let's go to James 3:2 real quick. A lot of people ain't gonna get it because it wasn't for the whole world to get. It wasn't for all these people to get, to understand. It's gonna offend many. Even people in your family is gonna get offended of this word. This word is gonna become a stumbling block to a lot of your family members, and they're not gonna understand, and they're gonna hate you, you know? And that day they're gonna be pointing a finger at you and say, hey, that Hebrew Israelite is over there, man. Go get him, Esau. It's James 3:2. Hold on, let me get there. James 3:2. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in the word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. Salakia. So this word will offend many. Many people will not understand this. Many people will throw shade at it and say it's not right because you're not doing the things according to the world. You're not in that worldly spirit. You're not out here to make people happy. We're not looking for happiness in this thing. Look, we're happy when we come into these scriptures, when we get to do the word, when the Lord keep the spirit on us to come out here and preach. You know, you're not doing this for nothing. You're going to get a reward for doing this, man. Because the body will tell you, like, your own flesh will be like, why are you doing this? Why are you studying this Bible so much, this ancient piece of documentary? Because it's a living document. Why are you studying that so much? That was 2,000 years ago. That stuff is be gone. We in the future now. Why put your mind on that? Why are you studying on that? Because these things are coming to pass. The Lord say, I choose you. You don't choose me. So Christians got it wrong when they say, oh, we can go to the Lord and choose the Lord. Jesus came into my heart and I repented and came back to the Lord. That's not how that works, man. Yes, we do repent constantly every day because we know we sin every day. We're looking for salvation at the end of the day. So that's why we do the work. That's why we believe. I might not be the sharpest tool in the box. I might not be the best teacher, but I'm going to still get out here and push the word of the Lord, or the word of the Lord. I'm going to push his name. I'm going to push his doctrine 100%, like I learned from the apostles on down. And who's going to be able to stop? Who's going to stop me? Only person that can stop me, only power that can stop me is the Lord. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. The water. For putting the spirit on me to continue in this fight and to endure. Because at the end of the day, you got to endure in this thing. You got to take everything that comes to you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because the Lord is looking for soldiers, especially you young men. Everybody know about the Hebrew Israelites. These two families don't came up already before the camera started. Asked them, do they know about the Hebrew Israelites? Yeah, I know about them. Even the man that didn't even want to know about it knew about it. So this truth is out there. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And that word world goes into cosmos. In that cosmos, this specific time, this Esau's age. You know? Don't love this place. Don't love the things of the world. I'm going to keep reading. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passes away in the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abide forever. Do the will of the Most High. What is doing the will of the Most High? Keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. Coming out here to profess his name. standing boldly in these people's faces. When they come up and look puzzled, look, why is he wearing a dress? Why is he out there why is he over there just speaking to the wind, prophesying to the wind? Because we've been ordered to do this. The Lord has put the spirit of understanding on us, especially if you understand this Biblios, if you understand this Bible, you got to do the work. Especially if you believe faith is dead without works. You got to have faith. You got to show your works in this thing. I'm going to read that again, the last part. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So whoever's doing the will is going to abide forever. And we know that's talking about immortality. We know the hell doctrine is false. The Catholic Church made that up to scare people. We know reincarnation is real. We know you don't die and just go to heaven and live off there eternally with your boy Jesus, J.C. Whitebread. That's false. It's a false doctrine. That's a false image. And we're here to tear that down. The Lord was a man of color. Yes, you Israelites are all across the world right now, so you're going to look like every nation right now. But our Lord is a man of color. He had dark feet and woolly hair. Even the Lord himself, polished brass, burnished brass. So we know the Lord is a man of color, and he's coming back not to hand out cupcakes. He's coming back to destroy society and put up his kingdom on the earth that would not be taken out. The people mourn when the wicked are in rulership, but when the righteous are in rulership, people will be happy. People are mourning right now. Like I said, gas is too high, rent is too high, inflation is through the roof, food is too high. People don't understand what's going on, why these wars happening in the world. Look, the Lord said when the Israelites go back to their land, that there'll be no more war in the land, in the world. We're seeing wars every day. Every day is getting closer in rumors of wars. You got Russia and Korea hooking up, trading missiles. You got Russia going at Ukraine still. You got China going at Taiwan, trying to take over that. And you got U.S. trying to be in the middle of it. Like I said, Biden gave Ukraine $320 million more. What's going on with that? He can't give nobody all this homelessness in the land and in the United States, but he over there trying to fight a war. And that's why these wars are these other countries are going to band up together and go against America. In the Valley of Jehoshaphat or Yehoshaphat. Joel the 3rd chapter. Yehoshaphat is over there in the Persian Gulf. These people, these countries, these neighboring countries are going to band up and band together. That's why come out of the world. Come out of this worldly stuff. Stop worrying about the world. Because this place is going to be taken out. We look for new heavens and a new earth. We look for a refresh. Ecclesiastes 1:18. Or 1:8? I think it's 18. We look for a new heaven and new earth, or better yet, one generation passes, another one come up. But the earth shall abide forever. The earth is always going to be here. It's not going to be destroyed. These people trying to run off in space. They're trying to go live in the water. They're trying to go escape the judgment of the Most High. And you can't escape the judgment of the Most High. No matter how many enchantments you do, no matter how many spirits you send, no matter what you do, you can't escape the Lord's judgment. The Lord is going to judge this place like he judged Sodom and Gomorrah, like he judged Egypt. He's going to send all of these plagues. You see the plagues rising and rising each and every day. You see these sick scientists are making lab-grown this and lab-grown that. Making fetuses where they don't even have to use male sperm to make fetuses. This place is wicked. And it has to be taken out. It has to be shut down. And the Lord is going to do that. We don't have to do anything but prophesy the downfall of this place. People are not going to understand. People are not going to be hip with it. People are not going to care. Because they've been blinded. The Lord has literally blinded their eyes. He has shut their ears where they can't understand what's going on. They think their life is going to keep just continuing on and on. Some 20-year plan, some 15-year plan, some 10-year plan. No, I'm here to tell you now that the Lord is coming back according to his timeline, not to your timeline. Especially if you're an Israelite, man. Those curses going to follow you. You can't leave anywhere. You could go anywhere. Those curses still going to follow you. And as a matter of fact, these curses are being lifted. Not lifted yet, but they're being reversed and turned on our enemies, man. Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. Like I said, with all the madness that's going on in the world, man. Dollar cheeseburgers, 50-cent cheeseburgers. When they got poisoned meat out here, 58,000 pounds of meat, hamburger meat, where do you think that meat went? It didn't go in the trash. It went to McDonald's. It went to a Wendy's, Burger King, so they can sell those 50-cent cheeseburgers, man. Forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather. I think my allergies are acting up. Really never had a problem with allergies like that, but hey, it is what it is. Still going to push the word to the best of my abilities. So you got to take these things in consideration. You got to come out this world. You got to forsake these people. Let's get that real quick. Forsake Matthew 19th chapter. Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And this is Peter saying, yo, and with the disciples, yo, like we don't kick everybody to the side. We don't forget about everybody, man. We don't forget about our house. We don't forget about our children. We don't forget about our wives. Look, we're forsaken. That word forsaken, if you look it up, I forget what the name is, but it literally means to abandon. Not abandon, but get rid of, put to the side. For this word, let me keep reading. I'm going to read that again. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the thrones of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that has forsaken houses of brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit the everlasting life. And that goes about doing this work, man. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about the world. Don't worry about the people that come up against this word, that's not going to accept this word, that's going to, mock and scoff at the word, because they don't believe, because the Lord ain't chose them to believe it. He hasn't chosen them he hasn't called them to understand this truth. This new song. It's not the old song of the world. We're in the new truth. We're in the new song. That played out Christianity. The needle is broken on that, man. Been playing that since the good ship Jesus. And all those ships that came over here and got the Israelites. And brought the Israelites over here. And all the Israelites that was taken from the land. You tribe of Gad. You North American Indians, man. Gad, Reuben shall overcome in the end. You Native Americans, you're going to overcome in the end. You're going to have fun taking this devil down, man. Because this devil has been going around the world deceiving the whole world. He's been loose for a little season. Let me come, what is it? Revelation 20? Revelation 20, and I'm going to start at 3. I'm going to start at 2, or let me start at 1. Revelation 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. Who's that angel? That's Yahushua. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him and cast him 1,000 years. Now, devil means deceive. Satan means adversary. Spiritual demon Satan is running through the Edomites, the so-called white man today. Now, is every so-called white man an Edomite? and it's every so-called black man, Israelite? No. We know we got Edomites mingled among you Jakes, man, or among you Jakes, among you so-called black people. And we know we got Israelites among you so-called white people and all these scattered people around the world. So at the end of the day, it's not about color, but we do got to tear down the strongholds. Because these lies they have built up, like that term white didn't come into 1681 Virginia. That's when people start calling each other white, black, and all of that. That's when that started. Let me show you good. That's when that started. Like I said, you can go search that, man. But we know it's among you so-called black people, you chocolate lights, you Babylonian lights, you Babylonian Israelites. We know is that seed of Esau is among you. That's what what Yahushua are going to the wheat and the tares. The wheat and the tares are mingled together. But the Lord is going to pluck that wheat out, and that's the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm going to keep reading. Revelation 20:3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till that 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose for a little season. So this devil is in his little season right now. He's loose right now. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. How can the devil himself cast some of you into prison? That's not spiritually. That's real. The deceiver is going to cast some of us into prisons and be tried for 10 days. Be faithful until to death, and I'll give you a crown of life. What is that crown? That's everlasting life. That's where you're going to sit on those 12 thrones and judge the tribes of Israel through righteousness. And you're going to judge the other nations. That's our lot. That's why we're giving up on this world. We're not into the world, man. That's why we go so hard, because we believe. The Lord has put the belief into us to go this hard. It wasn't of us. Because some days are better than others. Some days you don't feel like you're in the spirit. You got to just keep on praying. Some days you are in the spirit and you're going hard for the Lord. You just got to keep that fight. You got to keep going. I'm going to keep reading. Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received the mark in their foreheads, nor in their hands, and they live and reign with Yahushua 1,000 years. And that's the Lord's kingdom. If we're going back to Matthew 19:29, or 19:29, or 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, and the regeneration which the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, you shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's reigning with Yahushua through King David. Let's get what is that? Amos. I want to say it's 9, or it's Amos 8 or 9. Salakia, give me a second. Bear with me. Amos. Because King David, King David going to sit on that throne. Where is it? Come on. Amos 9:11. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will rise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of the grapes, him that soweth seed And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them into their land, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land, which I have given them, saint the Lord thy God. So this land we're going back to the land of Israel. We're going to get that land back. The Lord is going to put us back in our land. First, his timeline is saying he's going to get the elect out of here. First, that MOT is going to be mandatory implantation of it. He's going to get his elect out of here. He's going to beam his elect down up while the world is being destroyed by nuclear fire in World War III. He's going to beam his elect back down. They're going to get all these people around the earth that's hiding in these caves, that's hiding in the waters, that's hiding all amongst the world, and put them in chains. That's said in Psalms 148, I want to say 148. Psalms 148, to bind the kings in chains. And that's going into you elite. That's going to be hiding in these rocks and in these cliffs. We're going to come get you out of those rocks and cliffs and put you in chains. And you're going to build our kingdom up. Just like we built up America, just like you took the children of Israel, you took their land, you brought Israelites over here and made them build up your land and everything you got to this day. You stole it all. You stole the identity of them. The Lord is going to repay you, Esau, Edom, and all you other nations that took part in our downfall. But the Lord is going to raise up the tabernacle of King David, the house of Judah. That's why you see the house of Judah out here all day, every day. You see them out here preaching the word. Brothers, there's camps all across America and all across the world that's preaching the word of Yahweh by Yahweh Shah. Yahweh means he is, he exists. Yahweh Shah means he saves, he delivers. That's who we're looking to save us. We're not looking for anything else. We're not looking for job promotions. We're not looking to hit a stretch off. We're not looking to get $1 million. Because that bring you away from the Lord, man. You got $1 million, you be like, man, do I really need the Lord right now? I got $1 million. I can go anywhere I want to. I can buy whatever I want to. What do I need the Most High for? He just blessed me with this, but that's likening it to a curse. So all you want is your daily bread, your raiment. You want a roof over your head. You want some food in your belly. And you want some clothes on your back. And you want to be able to go to work and pay your bills. Because we're waiting on the Lord. We're not waiting. We're not looking for anything else at the end of the day. And the ones that believe is going to wait on the Lord. The ones that don't believe, they're going to try to put matters into their own hands. Thinking with their own mind. What's that? Proverbs. This is Proverbs, Salakia. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all of thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So you got to trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Look, those angels are going to work on your mind. The angels are going to put what's in your mind and what you need to know and see. But at the end of the day, you got to trust in the Lord. You know? People out here got their old school Impalas and Chevys and stuff out here. They come out here all the time. But nevertheless, you got to trust in the Lord. Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof of fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that can desire are not to be compared to her. Length of days is in her right hand, and the left hand riches and honor. So this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is better than silver and gold. having this understanding, having this stability in these times. Because the Lord is coming back to get rid of this place, man. He's coming back to destroy it. With nuclear fire, the lake of fire will be on the earth. And I've been messing up. My woman at home told me, hey, it's more than 3 million miles or 5,000 miles. Look, over 3 million square miles of America will be burnt with fire. All 3 million square miles. If you hopped in a car from Washington State and drove to Jersey, that's 2,800 miles. If you went from Maine all the way to Miami, that's another 20-something, 2,600 miles. So over 5,000 miles of America will be burnt up in a pool of fire. And people will have to burn in that at the end of the day. Because they didn't trust in the Lord. They didn't listen. They didn't hear. They didn't hearken into the word. They kept a stiff neck. They didn't care. So what did the Lord say? I'm not care about you. You're what did it say? Hosea. Let me get that. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High. I will also forget thy children. So you forgetting the laws of the Most High, the Lord is going to forget your children. He's going to get rid of your children. Let's get into the Apocrypha, because our people lack the knowledge, right? What's this? Second Esdras. Let me go to the 14th chapter. Second Esdras 14. And I'm going to start at 13. Second Esdras 14 and 13. Now therefore set down house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them that be in trouble. And now renounce corruption. So you gotta set your house in order. What is your house? Your spirit. Set your body in order. You know, you got to get in order. You got to get in line. I'm going to keep reading. Let go thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. You got to put the weak nature off. You can't be worried about these people of the world. They're not going to understand. They're not going to get it. You can explain it to them 1,001 ways. They're still not going to get it, because they was not picked to get it. They was not meant to understand it. So you got to just wash your hands and keep it moving and keep pushing the word. The Lord will take care of you at the end of the day. But you got to get into this word. You got to read it. You got to listen to the prophets, what they're saying. Surely the Lord God would do nothing but show the secrets to his servants, the prophets. You think we're just out here doing this for nothing? We're doing this for a reward. We're putting all the cares of this world behind us, forsaking all the desires of the flesh and what gets us going, what that comfort us, man. We're letting all that go for the sake of the Lord, like it said in Matthew 19. We doing the work of the Lord. We out here on the concourse. You know, we're out here on the highways and byways, preaching the name of the Lord, his judgment, his times, what he's going to do. Here, let me keep reading, because I just had a precept in my head. I'll come back to that. Romans, hold on. Romans 9 or Romans 11. Romans 11 and 33. Or the depths of the riches, both the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. For who have known the mind of the Lord, or who have been his counselor? So, how could you know the Lord? Have you known the mind of the Lord? Who can know that? Who can know how the Lord moves out here? As the people are playing checkers, the Lord is playing chess, the ultimate chess master. Solving the cube, that little cubit, Less than a half a second. Less than that. And we're doing the work for the Lord, man. We're out here telling the people what's going on. I'm going to read that again. I'm going to start at 32. Or let me start at 31. Even so have these, Romans 11 and 31. Even so have these also now be not believed, that through your mercy they also may obtain mercy. For the Most High have concluded them all in unbelief, that he might have mercy upon them all. Or the depths and the riches both of the wise and the knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. For who have known the mind of the Lord, and who have been his counselor? You can't counsel the Lord. You can't say, "Well, hey Lord, why are you doing this to me? Why you got me in this life? Why are you afflicting me so much? Why are you making me go through all of this, man?" Shall the clay have saying what the potter does? No, you don't have saying that. This is the Lord's movie. And this is what he wants, man. It's not what you want at the end of the day. It's what the Lord wants. I'm going to go back to the Apocrypha. I'm going to start at 2nd Esdras 14 and 13 again. Now, therefore, set down house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. We're renouncing the corruption that's in the world. Jeremiah 28 and 8. Prophets that's been before thee and for old prophesied against many countries of war, evil, and pestilence. You see the wars that's happening in the world. You see the pestilence that's happening in the world. You see the evils that's multiplying in the world. We're telling you what's going on. The Lord in the last days put prophets out on the highways and byways to preach to you the gospel of his coming. He did this in every kingdom that has rised up in this world. And he's doing the same thing now. But gross darkness covered the people. People is like, oh, that's not going to happen. We're going to keep living our life just the way we've been living it. Have a drink on me, bud. You know, don't quit your day job. That's what they say. Don't quit your day job, man. We're doing this for the award. We're doing this for that crown, man. We're going to get a crown. All this laboring, all this suffering, all this this tribulation that we go through. Look, what does it say? Acts 14. Because if you really believe in this word, if this word is for you, you'll understand this verse right here. Acts 14. And 22. Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So we're going to go through it all, man. You're going to go through it all. And you're going to constantly ask yourself, the flesh is going to ask you, why am I doing this? Should I be doing this? What's going on? What's going on? Why do I have to come out here and prophesy? Why do I have to come out here and sit and spend my free time doing this? I don't get it. I don't understand. But the Lord got us in the right spot. We understand the Lord at the end of the day. And we're going to continue to doing the work until the Lord bring that famine of the word. And we have to get off the highways and byways. When the police come out and say, hey, you can't stand there no more. You got to set that up. You're preaching out the Bible. You got to get out of here with that. You know, like I said, much tribulation, you're going to enter into the kingdom. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away thy burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. And haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. And now hastens the vision to come, which thou hast seen. So those evil times is coming. Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, is an apocalyptic chapter. You know, those UFOs, those so-called UFOs, UAPs, those are in the Bible. Those are chariots of the Most High. Those angels are so-called black men that's in there, man. And what are they coming to do? They come in to elect or abduct the elect and destroy society, along with World War III. Russia, China, Russia, Iran, Pakistan, India, Ethiopia, just to name a few, are going to band up together. Also, you can't forget about the Valley of Yehoshaphat over there in the Persian Gulf. They're going to band up together too. Also, the NATO and EU are going to band up and go against America. They're going to plague this place with nuclear fire, with World War III. World War III is already happening right now. If you can't see it, you're just being blind. You're not understanding the times. You know, when it's clear outside and you see the sun coming up, you're going to say, oh, it's going to be a nice day. You can understand that, but you can't understand the times we're living in? Because the Lord has blinded you. What's that? Romans 11:7? Romans 11:7. What then? Israel has not attained which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. The election have attained it, and the Lord is blinding people on purpose. He's closing them up. He's closing their eyes and their ears on purpose because he don't want them to get it. Remember, I chose you. You didn't chose me. You know, the church, the Christian church, all of these churches out here like to think they can come to the Most High and His only begotten Son when they want to. That doesn't work like that. According to John, I think it's the 4th chapter. John 4 and what, 22 maybe? John 4 and 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is for the Jews. So we know the salvation is for the Israelites, man. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans in that speckled bird that's scattered around the 4 corners of the globe that look like the other nations, but go back to the Israelites. That's why we know it's not about color today, but we do got to tear down this white Jesus, JC white bread, because we know the Lord don't look like that. We know the Lord was a so-called black man with woolly hair and dark feet. They're like, oh, he was Middle Eastern. That's a made-up term. That's not a real term. Middle Eastern. That's not a real term, people. The Lord calls these churches and these other religions harlot houses, man, because you Israelites like to worship all of this extra stuff but the Lord. You like to wear crosses. You like to go to Mecca. You like to worship Allah and Buddha. And the Mormon church, which that should be called Moron, the Moron church, the Baptist church, the Seventh-day this, the Pentecost and all, or not the Pentecost, Salakia, forgive me, the Seventh-day Adventists and all of these other people like that, man. The Lord is going to destroy all of that and set up His kingdom on the earth. The Lord has ordained us to be prophets out here. The oracles of the Most High, we know them. We know how the Most High is going to get down at the end of time. That's not what I was looking for in John. But nevertheless, let's get John 7 and 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. So we cannot judge according to appearance. We got to try your spirit. We got to know what the hell's going on in your spirit, which is with your heart and your mind. We got to know what the hell's going on in your mind. And if you buck up against this word, we know where your heart at, man. We know where your spirit is. So we shouldn't even waste our time dealing with you like that, because you're never going to get it. You're always going to find a way to jump around the word and not accept it for what it is. This Bible is written for the inspiration of the Most High and His prophets, man. He put His prophets out here to let you know that you're living in the end times.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What up, bro? You know about the Hebrew Israelites?
I've heard a little bit about them.
What you heard about it?
Israel, definitely.
You from Israel?
Nah, I fuck with Israel.
You fuck with Israel? Like, you fuck with the Jewish?
Yeah.
What you know about the Jewish? What you know about them?
We ain't doing literature right now, bro.
What you mean?
Like your, unless you want to speak something, you can one out
I'm
here.
asking you.
But you can one out here, though.
I
Teach
know.
me
I'm
some knowledge.
asking you what you
But
know.
teach me some knowledge.
So you know the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true children
I
of
want
Israel?
you to teach me that stuff. This GD, man, Gangsta Disciple, that's the only shit I know. So what's good?
What you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing? You all right, man?
I'm good.
So back up off me like that.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I'm trying to figure. I want you to teach me some
Okay,
knowledge.
so back up a little bit though.
I'm
You
not
all right?
in your bubble. Usually, if I come closer,
You all right, bro?
no, I'm good.
So what's good, man?
I wanted you to teach me something.
I am teaching you.
No, I'm good. You don't know shit.
What do you mean I don't know
Faking
shit?
the funk, brother.
I'm faking
You
it.
faking the funk.
But you didn't even answer no questions.
Because I want you to show me something. You the one out here on the corner.
But ask the
Not a
question.
corner by a boat.
Ask the
By some
question.
water.
Ask the question.
I want you to teach me something.
I'm trying to
So
teach
you
you.
want me to tell you the truth?
Ask the
I'm gonna
question.
tell you
What's the truth?
That I use that as a filter question to have you tell me something. That's how I use my shit.
Okay. So you're trying to be
Now
subtle.
you asking me too much
You're trying to be
questions. You wanna
subtle.
Teach me knowledge.
No, because fuck you, man. Get your ass out of here, man. Yeah, okay. Okay.
You ain't ready for that.
Okay. What's up then?
What's up?
What you want to know?
Faggot?
That's what I thought, man. Get out of here. Anyways,
Right now, if you don't want to
anything. Anyways, huh?
from here, faggot.
I'm not. You not from here.
I'm not from here.
Where you from?
Why you asking?
Exactly, man. Get out of here.
East side of Tacoma, faggot.
Hey, man. Hey, the Lord gonna get your ass, man. The Lord gonna get your ass, man.
Love you, brother.
Hey, the Lord gonna get your ass, man. The Lord gonna get your ass, man. Huh? Okay. Watch the Lord bring your ass down, man. May Yahweh Hashem Hawashai destroy your stupid ass, man. Talking your shit. Talking your shit. Yeah, you know, he's a so-called black man. He's a so-called black man. You know that. Okay, then. Why you talking shit for? Talking shit way over there. Talk your shit over there, man. Okay, but you talking shit way over there. What's up, brother? Yahweh Hashem Hawashai gonna destroy your stupid ass. People try to run up. Back your ass up, man. Fuck out of here. Asking me what I know. Don't know a goddamn thing about the Bible. Over here talking about faggot. Okay. See, you gotta shoot those people off. You gotta shoot those people off. Because people do that all the time, man. Anyways, back to the lesson. Back to the lesson. Let me get Jeremiah. Or better yet, let me get back into Matthew. Let's get Matthew 24. Because these mockers and scoffers are coming up like that, man. They're going to do this all the time. They don't get up here and act like they know something, talking about that's a filter question. What? What is he talking about? Hold on, let me get, what's that? 1 Timothy 3. 2 Timothy 3. This is 2 Timothy 3rd chapter, first verse. Pertaining to this fool that walked up thinking he knew everything. Or well, I don't know what he was trying to do, honestly. Talking about I'm next to a boat. This know also, in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but deny his power thereof. Such turn away. You got to turn away from these people. You got to turn away from these people, man. You can't worry about them. There's another precept I was thinking of too. Romans 16 and 15. Romans 16. Is it 15 to 16? Oh, that's Corinthians. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Salakia, give me a second. I found what I was looking for earlier. But you're supposed to mark those that cause division, that brings division among you. He was trying to be he was trying to be wicked as hell. He was trying to get me to fight him. That's why I told his ass to back up, man. What the hell's wrong with you? I can't find it. I can't find it. Salakia. Yeah, don't worry about it. Salakia, forgive me. But let's go to Matthew. Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at the 36th verse. But of that day and that hour, no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but of my Father only. I'm going to start at 34, forgive me. Verily I say unto you, this is Matthew 24 and 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and the hour, no man know, not the angels in heaven, but my Father only. So the angels don't even know if that's going to happen or when that's going to happen. They don't know when the Lord is going to push that button and say, all right, y'all can go do y'all thing. Here's the point. But as the days of Noe, who is Noe? That's Noah. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days they were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage until the day that Noe entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, one shall be taken, and one left, the other one left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other one left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth coming. So you don't know what hour the Lord is coming. That's why you still got to pray, you still got to do what you got to do. You got to watch. We are watchmen for the Lord. We cry out loud for the abominations that's been done in the midst thereof, man. Set a mark upon them that cry inside for the abomination that's done in the land. We're sighing and crying day in and day out. Look, man, we don't know. Our people don't know who they are. They're walking around spiritually dead. You know? Even dude that just walked out, he could have been an Israelite, man. More than likely he was an Israelite. Talking all that, I'm from East Tacoma. But you Israelites came against the prophets and wanted to kill the prophets at the end of the day. So that's nothing new. They hate the Israelites, man. They hate the prophets of the Most High. And they want to get rid of them. Look what they did to Yahweh Shah. You don't think they're going to come after us like that when we preaching the word, truthfully? You know? I'm going to read verse 46. Matthew 24 and 46. Blessed is the servant who his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that ye shall make him ruler over all his goods. So blessed is the servant that's doing the work, man. Doing the work of the evangelicals. We're doing the work of the Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah. We out here on the highways and byways, like the Lord asked us to do. I'm going to go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 8 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Look, we see the wars that's going on. China trying to take over Taiwan. Russia and Korea banding up together, trading missiles. You got America trying to help Ukraine, just gave $320 million more to Ukraine for what? I think Poland said we're not even helping them no more because they see what the fuck is going on. They know it's a sham. They know it's a lie. They know it's a lie, man. All praises. Look, Libya, Morocco, Turkey. Look at Greece. Greece is on fire and is getting flooded at the same time. I heard a comedian say, man, all of the stuff that's happening in the world, let the Israelites go. But they're going to hearken and say no, man, just like the time of Egypt. Moses and Aaron going up to the Pharaoh and doing all those marvelous works that the Lord is doing, and Pharaoh still didn't want to let the Israelites go and let them serve the Lord in the wilderness. He had to wait till he get plague after plague after plague after plague, and his heart was still harder. Same time here, man. They have the information about the Israelites, and they withholding it and don't want to tell the people. Don't want to bring it out. So, hey, you know what the Lord's going to do? He's going to get rid of this place. This place is going to be nothing. This place is going to be a memorial for birds, wild birds, to come and live. Wild animals. You know? We're not scared of these people out here, man. We're not scared to come out here and preach the word. The prophet which prophesied of peace When the word of the Lord shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. So look, peace ain't coming yet, man. We ain't in peace yet. We still got to get through these hard times, these evil times. The Lord got to show his true power. And that's what we're waiting on day in and day out. We know it's coming. That hourglass is dropping each and every day. That little sand is dropping each and every day as we bring out the prophecies of the Lord. Let's get Proverbs 11 and 5. I'm going to get 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but the righteousness delivered from death. So your riches is not going to save you. Not how much money you have in your bank account is going to save you. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of an upright shall deliver them, but the transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. So you're gonna be taken in your naughtiness, your filthiness, your wickedness, man. The Lord is gonna kill you in that wickedness and filthiness that you're doing. Salakia. Like I said, it's a stumbling block to these people out here. These people don't know what the hell is going on. Damn bugged out people. Start putting curses on these people, man. They keep acting all stupid, man. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. But this is happening. If it's happening now, it happened in a while back too. At the same time, the prophets are subject to the prophets. You don't think the prophets went through hell back then? They're gonna go through hell now. You got to know that. That's how the Lord get down, man. You are reincarnated. You go back to the heavens after you pass away. You go back to the heavens for 2.5 hours, and then you back in a new body down here. You don't remember what happened before that. That's reincarnation, man. It's throughout the Bible. The Lord's timeline. The Lord is 1,000 years. One day is 1,000 years. And 1,000 years one day. One day to us is 24 hours. So if you do the math, 2 hours is like 80 years. Just like it says in Exodus the 20th chapter. The third and fourth generation. That's when you come back. And you live out the judgment that you did in your past life. On earth, again, this place is hell. This place is hell. Cut yourself, you're going to burn. Put your hand in some fire, you're going to burn. You're going to cook, actually. You're going to burn also. Jump in some water, you're going to drown. This is hell. That false hell doctrine that you go meet a 6-foot man with horns, a pitchfork, cloven hooves, and a red suit that's poking you while you're on fire for eternity. Come on. That's not in here. That is not in here. Hell is not a place under the earth that you're going to burn forever. That's so laughable, man. That's laughable. Everybody that, good or bad, you go back to the same spot. You go back to the same space. You go back to see the Lord and his son on the throne. And you get judged according to what you did in that body. And then you get to take a rest. A much needed rest. And then you get regenerated, you recycled right and back into another body through your family's bloodline, through your father's bloodline. Ooh, I feel like I gotta sneeze. This is Psalms 9 and 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. So you got to know the Lord's name. You got to know the Lord's name at the end of the day. What's the Lord's name? It's Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim, Rahak HaKadosh. That's his name. And what the Lord is coming back to do, he's coming back to save his elect from the four winds of the globe, where the Israelites were scattered. Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. We're waiting on Yahweh Shah to come do that, and the angels. Isaiah the 59th chapter. In the 20th verse, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith the Lord. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. So this word has been in our mouth forever, from generation to generation. You know, we've been wearing these garments for generations to generations. What is that? Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children and bid them that, Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. And they put upon the fringe the border of ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto them a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart or your own eyes, after which ye use to go a whoring, that you may remember to do all the commandments and be holy unto the Lord God, to your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am your Lord, your God, your power. So us wearing these garments, what the dude saying faggot and all of that stuff, man. He don't know what the hell he's talking about, man. He don't know who he's assaulting. You know? He don't know what the hell is going on. Being rude, like he was gonna fight me or something. But the Lord is going to save his elect from the four winds of the world, man. And so-called UFOs, UAPs. You know? That Redeemer shall come to Zion. Who is Zion? Tezazawan in the Hebrew. It's talking about the people. The Israelites. Or daughter of Zion. Because the Israelites is likened it to a daughter. That's why we are married into the Most High. What's that? Ezekiel, the 23rd chapter, I believe, starting at the first verse. Salaki, let me find it real quick. I think it's Ezekiel 23. Ezekiel 23, and starting at the top, the word of the Lord came unto me saying, Son of man, there are two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth. There were their breasts pressed, and they were bruised in cheats of their virginity. That's talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, you Israelites. That's not actually talking about, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor that the Lord is using. I'm going to start that again. Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, And they committed and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. That's talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom committing whoredoms in Egypt, worshiping these gods, that cat head god, Isis, and new this god and that god, the god of this, the god of that, blah blah blah, god of the afterlife, god of the north, this and blah blah blah. Yeah, you know. And they committed whoredoms in Egypt, and they committed whoredoms in their youth, and they were in their breasts pressed, and they bruised the teats of their virginity, and the names of them were Aholah, the elder, and Aholibah, her sister, and they were mine, and they bare sons and daughters. Thus were their names: Samaria, and is Aholah, and Jerusalem is Aholibah. So this Samaria and this Jerusalem, that's likened to the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians and her neighbors, which were clothed with blue captains and rulers, and all of them desirable young men, horsemen riding upon horses. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were chosen men of Assyria, and with all whom she doted, with all their idols she defiled herself. So you Israelites defiled yourself when you was in the land of Assyria, in the land of Egypt. You went whoring, you went backsliding. Oh, backsliding daughter. Talking about you Israelites. Northern kingdom and southern kingdom. But the Lord uses as a metaphor as two women that he had. And like I said, the children of Israel are likened to is a woman to the Lord. That's why the kingdom of heaven is likened to a son that's getting ready for a marriage. He said the kingdom of heaven is likened to a certain king which made a marriage for his son, and sent out his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. They didn't come to the wedding. They was told about the wedding, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but they didn't come. They forsaken it. They said, we don't have to go to, hey, give my invitation to somebody else. We're not trying to be in the kingdom in that wedding. Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all the things are ready unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm and another one to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their cities. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they were bidden or not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid them to the marriage. So the servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, bad or good, till the wedding was furnished with guests. How you doing, sister? You know about the Hebrew Israelites? You do?
Oh, no.
You want to know about them? You're so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. You're the children of Israel.
I'm sorry, not today.
All right. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in the hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then the king said to the servants, bid him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into the outer darkness. There shall he be weeping and garnish of teeth. So this kingdom of heaven is likened to a marriage. Like I said, we are the Lord's bride. And the Lord is and that's our husband. We are the Lord's husband. The Lord is coming back to save the Israelites and put them in their land again. That's what this marriage is all about. And these prophets are doing the work to get to bid the people in, but we're doing the work to show our husband that we love him. What is love to the Most High? What is love? Because people of the world will say, well, love is loving your neighbor and loving this and loving that. Well, the love of the Lord is keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. People like to say the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with, but you wouldn't kill, you wouldn't commit adultery, you wouldn't do any of that, so the law's not done away with. People still eat pork, they eat the shit out of the sea. You're only supposed to be eating fish with scales and fins. You're not supposed to be eating crab, lobster, and shrimp. You're not supposed to be eating pork. You're not supposed to be eating duck. You're not supposed to be eating these things, man. It's an abomination. It's going to tear your body down. Not only that, the Lord is not dealing with that. The Lord ain't dealing with that. I'm going to go to Matthew 24, back in it. Matthew 24:3, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs of the coming of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. So many is going to come in his name. You don't have to necessarily say, I'm Yahushua, but many is going to say, well, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. The Lord said it. And they're not going to understand. They're going to deceive many. Many people are going to be deceived because they don't understand the times. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we know we're not in the end. We in the end times, but the end is not yet. The end didn't come yet. We already hearing those rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Nations shall rise against nations. Do you see these nations rising against each other? We see that every day. Every day is unfolding. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And they already did that to the prophets of old. What you think they're going to do now? They're going to do the same thing to the man that's teaching them 100% truth. They're going to try to fight them. They're going to try to get in their face. They're going to try to get them to go off. But we're going to continue to stand boldly in front of these people, man. We're not going to worry about what they're going to do to us, man. We're not going to fear man. The only person we fear is the one that can kill the body and the soul. But we're not going to fear the one that can kill the body. We're not going to worry about that. And then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Many people are going to be offended over this word. They're going to hate you. They're going to try to cause death upon you. And many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that should endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all of the world for a witness unto all the nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of the desolation spoken of Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, who read it, let him understand. So when you should see this place being destroyed, that's going into 67 AD, 70 AD. You know, when they took down Jerusalem and the Israelites fled in the west coast of Africa. You know, you spent 1,400 years in the west coast of Africa before coming over here on cargo slave ships. So they like to think you're African. How come when we say we're African, we're Islam, we're Buddhists. We can say all of those words, but once we say we're Israelites, there's a problem with that. You know? There's a problem with that. And there's no problem with us knowing we're the Israelites, because we know the reward we're going to get for standing up for the Israelites, for standing up for the Lord and his doctrine. Shit, he using us for the sacrifice. We've been the sacrifice. Because you can easily say, you know, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this, and listen to the flesh. And the flesh can take over. But we're not going to listen to the flesh. We're going to listen to the Spirit 100% all the way. We're not going to fret. So, with that said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadosh. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers that's doing the work. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you Akim and Aqua, also your children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. This is your brother Kalak Har signing off. Lord, see you in the next video. Lord willing. Shalom.